Tony Denaro here. What an exciting past 5 days it's been. Today I'm giving the update on the price action for Tuesday, August 17th. Let's get right into it. If you've been a regular subscriber to my channel, you might have seen the video on August 5th where I mentioned this FTD T35 theory. If you're not familiar with the T35 theory, I'll put the link to this website in the video description. But basically we have these large amount, millions of shares of FTDs, which originated at the end of June going into the beginning of July. And their T+35 dates are between August 10th and August 21st. That's the last day that the hedge funds have to reset these FTDs and kick them down the road. And if you subscribe to the theory that shares are hard to find and hard to borrow, this quantity, these millions of FTDs that they had to find shares for and reset, could make the price of the stock go up between August 10th and August 21st. Is this what's going on? I don't know for sure, but there has been, based on my analysis of the past 5 to 6 months of data, some small correlation between these spikes in the T35 quantities and the uptrends in the AMC stock. And that's why I mentioned it to you on August 5th as one of the potential catalysts that could help drive the stock up leading into the 21st of August. Switching over to the Ortex data, short interest percentage of free float is currently sitting at 18.74%. That is this yellow line, the squiggly one at the top. And as you can see, we are as high now as we have ever been. And I really like seeing that number that high. Shares on loan are 109 million with the utilization at 91.77. As far as the short interest statistics go, I really like what I'm seeing here. It's as good as we've ever had it. And honestly, I think the hedge funds got to be sweating these numbers a little bit. We're going to wrap up here looking at the price action of the stock for the past couple days, as well as talking about the options open interest. As you can see on the far right hand side of the chart here, we've been on a 5-day upstreak that the bears have had a hard time breaking. Even with the overall market struggling in the past couple days, we have managed to continue our upward march. World events like Afghanistan and the U.S. macroeconomic conditions in general over the next couple days are the main things I'm going to be worried about taking the steam out of our move up. But barring anything else new being added to the mix, our path upward to me looks pretty good for the remainder of this week. Let's take a look at the options. One thing I always like to look at midweek is the open interest on the call and put side. Now, I notice on the put side, there is not a lot of heavy put action for the options ending this week until we get down to around $30. I don't see AMC being pushed down to $30 by the end of this week. And on the call side, we have a large amount of open interest at the $40 level. That's 35,721. So the struggle this week is going to be really a war, a battle to get over $40. They're going to be doing everything they can to not let the stock go over $40. But if we break through that, there is a lot of runway on the upside above $40 for the stock. I'm going to wrap up talking about the institutional ownership. I did a video on institutional ownership earlier this afternoon, and if you did not catch it, be sure and check that out for a review of the top 10 sites that report institutional ownership. And I think you'll be surprised at how widely varied the data is on those sites and how inaccurate about 80% of them are. Even this number here reported on Fintel, I think might be a little bit high at 31%. Based on my review of all of the data out there, looks like the actual percentage is 25%. But that is not important. Whether it's 25 or 31, the important thing is when we look at the data in total, there are far more institutions buying than selling. There's a lot of large institutions adding to their position of AMC, and that buying pressure will continue to help us out. Keep in mind this data was from reports that ended at the end of June, but overall the institutions are not abandoning AMC, quite the contrary. Don't forget to buy and hold that subscribe button. That is all I have for you this evening. I will catch you on the next video. Thank you for watching.